Hey y'all, Bobby Lovell here again. Thought it was about time for another one of those Sunday Funday stories that I've been sharing with you guys. This particular Sunday also happens to be Resurrection Sunday, so I hope you're enjoying this particular time with your family since it's a little different. Most churches aren't having service. We did get a text from my in-laws there a while ago that they're going out to Clyde football field to have an Easter service out there. I told them there wasn't any need to go to the ball field because Christ already won the game, but I think they went anyway. Well, I thought for this particular story, I would tell you a little bit about the funny things that happened in our wedding. You know, I shared last week what I could remember best out of both my brother's weddings. Of course, Eric I didn't go to because I was like 2 years old. And, Al's, I was only about 5. But I shared that, so I thought I would share about our wedding this week because Gail and I are coming up on our wedding anniversary by the end of this next week. It was April 18th, 1987, First Baptist Church, Clyde, Texas. Gail and I had a very traditional wedding. My oldest brother, Eric, who had been a pastor all his life, was the one who performed our ceremony. All the bridesmaids were dressed in their long dresses. All the groomsmen were in their tuxes. It was just a picture-perfect wedding. Now, Gail and I had, of course, paid to have a professional photographer. We paid to have it video recorded. Now, in 1987, we didn't have phones in our pocket that could record everything. So it was on a camcorder. And those camcorders that we had then, it had the big VHS cassette tape that went right straight into the camcorder. Most of the time, you could carry it on your shoulder. You could mount it on a tripod. It looked like you were walking around with a big grenade launcher or something on your shoulder, because my father-in-law walked around with his all the time on trying to record a bunch of stuff, and he would always narrate it. So I was definitely glad that my father-in-law was preoccupied and not recording our video, or our wedding anyway. And so, picture-perfect wedding. Goes off without a hitch. The church is also recording it on a cassette tape because they're giving us an audio from the wedding. And, of course, we're paying for the video. Now, there's a few things in that particular wedding service that could be picked up through the microphones on that cassette tape that weren't picked up by the video. Like I said, my oldest brother was performing the service. He's 18, almost 19 years older than I was. Been married, and he and Joyce still says, if you read any of the comments from last week's, that, she still claims me as hers, not just a little brother. But this video, or the cassette tape, during the time, you could hear Eric go sniffle several times throughout that service as he's trying to fight back a tear because his baby brother's getting married. Now, nobody else could really pick that up except on that cassette tape. And then during the service, my nephew was our ring bearer. Now, my nephew was about 10 years old at this time. And he's dressed up with a tux, just like all of the other guys that I've got in the service. And he walks down the aisle. He stands in his place. He did his, he was a little gentleman throughout the entire service. And, of course, we had, Unity Candle at the time, and Gail's friend Karen sang a couple of songs. And then it comes down close to the end of the service, and my oldest brother's going to say a prayer over Gail and I. Well, everybody knows. If you're praying, everybody's got their head bowed and their eyes closed. And so when everybody had their head bowed and eyes closed, my nephew stuck his hand in his pants pocket and went to scratching, about like a dog chasing an old flea. He's just scratching away there. Of course, by the time the prayer was over with, he's back to normal in his normal pose. So most people didn't pick that up, but that video camera sure did. And I threatened him for several years that I was going to bring that tape out when he got married. I didn't, but I got you today, Brian. So anyway, in the service, Gail and I said our vows. My brother introduced us as Mr. and Mrs. Bobby Lovell. And we went back to the fellowship hall to have the reception there at the church. And Gail and I hadn't been married 15 minutes, and we had our first argument right there on videotape in front of God and everybody. We were arguing over how to cut that wedding cake so that we could cram the thing in everybody's face and they could take all the pictures. So, yeah, we hadn't been married 15 minutes, and we had our first argument. Now, for the record, I want to go down that I'm pretty sure I won that first argument, but I don't think I've won any in the last 33 years, so y'all pray for me. I probably need the help. But I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I'm enjoying making them for you, and I'm enjoying reading your comments. So leave me a comment, like this video, share it so some other people can kind of get a little chuckle out of things that just happen in normal life. And hey, guys, remember, y'all be sweet. I'll be pretty. God bless. And I'm going to have to sneak out of here, out of this self-quarantine, and go get my wife an anniversary present. Love y'all.